Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So we are back on the 200SX. As you can see here, I've got the block and the head ready to go to the machine shops. We are going to send it over there. They're going to skim the head, skim the block, and they're going to polish the cylinders. So that will get rid of all that melted piston that's inside there and also clean up everything. And once all of that is done, then we can bring it back and we can start assembling the engine. Now, of course, because we're putting a different piston into it, well, it's the same piston, but slight differences. I did a little bit of research. It turns out that the GTIR pistons have more slots in where the oil ring is, and that allows it to cool a lot better. So that's pretty much the only difference. But the piston rings will have to be adjusted. Yeah, so I need the cylinder balls to be honed already for that. Then when it's honed, then we can start measuring the piston rings and see if everything's within spec. If not, of course, we have to file them and fix them. If they're too big already, then I will have to let the owner know, because there's nothing I can do about that. Unless he gets a whole new set of pistons. But that is all gonna happen after we get the skimming done. For now, let's go drop these parts off and get this engine done as quickly as possible. The owner has an event on the 20th of January, another drift event, so he needs this car to be done, ready and driving by that time. So let's not waste any more time. Remember to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and let's get on to the video. So here we go. Dropped off the block and the head. The head's gonna get skimmed, the block's gonna get skimmed, and the cylinders are gonna get polished. So I'm gonna leave it up to my mate here, and he's gonna take care of this. For now, let's go back and clean the rest of the engine. Alright, now since we already sent the block and the head to the machine shop, while we're waiting for that to get done, let's continue on and get all of these other parts cleaned up. So I've got some parts already done, and I'm already working on the sump. I'm gonna clean up all of this oil, make it look, get it as clean as possible, and then once we get it assembled back, it's gonna look nice and fresh. Anyway, it's gonna be a lot of cleaning, so let's just get straight to it and not waste any more time. So here we go. Engine has arrived. Wonder if y'all can guess what engine I went with, huh? It's nice that it's all wrapped up. It's gonna make it a nice little surprise for everybody, yeah? Alright, let's get this thing off the touch.
3 days later.
Alright, I've picked up the head and the block from the machine shop. Look at that. Nice and clean. Because I need to give the whole block and the head a good clean now, put it onto the parts washer, and then get all this sorted. So let's get that inside the engine room and go from there. Alright, so engine on your engine stand, pistons on the table, head on this piece of cardboard so I don't scratch it. Gonna start assembling. Now I'm not gonna record this whole assembly because, no joke, there are thousands of videos on YouTube on how to assemble an SR20. So I'm not gonna waste any more time, just gonna get straight into it. If I find anything interesting or run into any problems, then I'll record. But if not, by next clip, this engine should be completely assembled. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. Here we go.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so we have encountered our first problem straight away. Actually, not straight away. I mean, I've managed to get the whole crankshaft in. The cradle is in. Everything's pretty much set. It's turning very smoothly, which is good. And then of course I start preparing the pistons, because the idea was to re-gap the piston rings so then it is adapted to take more boost, of course. So I started removing the piston rings. See, this is piston number 1, the one that I got from GTIR. Still good. Managed to get the top spring and the middle spring. And then I started doing piston number 2. I got the top spring out. That was loose, so that was okay. But then I tried to remove the second piston ring, and unfortunately I cannot get it out. It's either that the piston ring is bent or piston ring lands are already bent. So I don't know what to do from here, honestly. I've told the customer about it, and I'm actually hoping he can get some other pistons, because this is not going to guarantee my work, okay? Because this means if either one of these is bent, it's gonna have problems later on. So I'm in a situation where I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to inform the customer, see what he says, and see what we can come up with. But unfortunately, it's running the risk of breaking again, and I don't want to run that risk. This guy has already replaced 7 engines on these cars, and I don't want to be the 8th, you know what I mean? I wanted to make sure it's reliable. So yeah, no choice but to tell the customer, let him know that he needs to either buy new pistons or find me some used ones that still work, and we can make it work. But unfortunately, this is where I'm hitting a dead end now. I don't know what to do. Anyway, let me think and see what I can come up with.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And it broke. So you can see here, I tried to remove it, and it's way too tight around here. It will not let go. So there's something wrong with the ring lands. So yeah, in trying to remove it, I still broke it. All right, so the piston ring already broke. This is how you would test to see if your ring lands are damaged. So what you do is you get the older piston ring and you sit it inside the slot, okay? And you just work your way around, let's say like that. Usually you would do this to clean it out as well if you don't have a parts cleaner with a strong chemical. So you fit your piston ring inside and then you start scraping all the way along, yeah? And how do I know this one's damaged? Because I would reach a point where it stops and it just grabs and I can't even push on that. Look, no, you can't even see it. So yeah, so you would drag it along, and then here I would hit a point where I can't push it anymore. And to prove to you that I'm actually pushing, okay. See there, it doesn't even move. Ow. Okay, there's, see? So you can see that I'm putting pressure on it. It's pressing up against my skin. So that is showing me that these ring lands are already damaged, and there's no way I can. Yeah, see, let me show you something. See there, it's stuck, okay? See if you can hear this. See that? The ring lands are bent on these pistons. Well, this is how usually you would test them. I don't know how I missed this before, but what can you do, right? So now no choice but to get new pistons and new piston rings. So I'm gonna have to advise the customer and see what he wants to do. But unfortunately, there's nothing I can really do from here. Anyway, damn it, it's gonna be a short video. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, leave me a comment. And yeah, apologies, this is gonna be a very short video. But I hope you enjoyed this one. And we'll see you guys on the next one.